fun. Now, I am going to say, though, Hallmark military, especially military movies, are not made for people in the military whatsoever. They are made for your moms and your sisters who have a brother or a cousin or an uncle or something.
Dad.
Yeah, somebody who joined the military and maybe deployed and has a shadow box somewhere collecting dust in the basement. Netflix, though, made a movie that is kind of for the military set because they actually go to Guam. They go to the airbase on Guam to shoot this entire thing. So Operation Christmas Drop is an actual humanitarian aid mission that is done every year across Micronesia, where airmen out of Guam will airdrop supplies to all these little tiny islands that have very small populations on them. And they're flying out of Guam, but these people are in Micronesia. And I don't think that is Guam, but the local...
So let me give you a little travel agent geography lesson here real quick. Micronesia is a lot of different islands, and many different countries have claims on portions of Micronesia. Okay. So some of them are independent, some of them are under the United States, some of them are under there's a bunch of different countries that are involved in Micronesia. So we have an airbase on Guam. So even though United States doesn't, Micronesia is not entirely United States territory, but they do this humanitarian effort throughout Micronesia.
Yes.
And also it's a joint training exercise with Japan, which they don't get into in the movie.
They do mention it. But
I mean, you don't see the Japanese helping with it.
No, because I imagine they weren't actually because they're filming on the airbase.
Yeah. And did you look that up? We kept saying that it definitely looks like a base, but did they actually film in Guam?
Yeah, because and I'll tell you that because first off, I remember the first time we watched it and I looked it up and I said all of these interior shots look suspiciously like something that was built by the military. It is architecture that makes no sense. When you walk in, so he shows you to the visitor center and you walk in and it's split into a V. The living, so you've got to the left, you've got your bedroom area, to the right you've got a kitchen, dining, living area. No place is ever built like this. It's in this weird V shape. And also all of the when they're outside, when they go to the control tower, and just the weird brick concrete architecture that you don't see anywhere outside of a DoD base somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. We are getting ahead of ourselves though. Because this movie is about the humanitarian effort, Operation Christmas Drop, which is real. The plot of the movie is that there's a senator who has this base on her hit list as if we would ever close Guam.
Right.
But there's a base in her district that is also on the list, and she has to make sure that this one gets closed, not hers in her territory, which is Virginia, I think.
Oh, right. Which also another place where they're not going to close a military base like Virginia.
Yeah. So she's sending one of her congressional staffers to this base to figure out how they're wasting money with this Operation Christmas Drop.
Right. And for those of you who are not military minded, who might not understand, Guam is considered, it's called the unsalvagable aircraft carrier. It is where during World War II, a lot of our jumping off points were to retake a lot of atolls and islands going up towards Japan. So I find the idea that two Marines are going to take a 5-ton truck on Christmas Eve to 3 toy stores to buy 150 toys. I find that to be more plausible than we're going to close down the airbase on Guam. That any senator would not be immediately laughed out of all of the military chambers for that one.
Right. And it's how her whole position is just that she has no idea about this Operation Christmas Drop, which is a joint training exercise
that has been happening since 1951.
Yes. And so it's laughable that she would not know what this was about.
Right.
And that she sits on any kind of Armed Services Committee.
Exactly.
Without knowing anything about Guam, of all places.
The one place we're not going to give up.
Right.